The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City. Our sight tonight. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets.
In that game against the Cavaliers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry and Powell, the guards. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Inside, it's Young and Markkanen. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. Right around midseason here, Chris, more players-only meetings being held. Give us a little insight into what those are like.
Well, there's some really good ones, Kevin. There's
trouble for the Bulls. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Young. And B's subbed in for White. Then for the Raptors, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Johnson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's B. Good work defensively by Lowry. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
in-game adjustments are critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave them.
To the inside, B. Markkanen trying to break loose. No good from B. Toronto with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Lowry against Markkanen. And it's sent back by Carter.
Wendell Carter Jr., 6'11", able to use his great length to get the block right there.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Raptors trail by 3. Lowry passes to Hollis Jefferson. Siakam with it. Shot clock at 5. Markkanen pulls it in.
That's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Team passes to B, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Outside Lowry. Here's Siakam. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The Bulls leading by 3. Levine passes to B, and that one drops for him.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
Now here's VanVleet. He's tightly guarded. Nice D from Levine. Here's B. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Siakam. And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision to return to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
Toronto shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Here's B. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
Porter with a block.
Lockdown defense from Porter. He extends out beautifully to come up with these type of rejections.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first. And it goes down 2 points.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Pass to Satoransky. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got the game tied up here for Toronto.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor. Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Bulls shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Here's Lowry. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Carter.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Toronto's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Lowry kicks to Van Vliet. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's B, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game. You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Chicago making a switch here. Murray's checked in.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
For Chicago, they have gone 6 of 9 at the line. And Toronto making a change here. Powell's checked in.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Raptors trail by 6. Knocked away. Valentine passes to Murray. With 1 on the clock. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he
bringing my defense toughness.
And really Ibaka. Chicago ends up going with a new group. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Pascal Siakam comes in for OG Anunoby. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred Van Vliet. And that one falls for White.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry out there with Johnson. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3. Raptors trail by 19. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend him.
White the pass to Porter. Down low. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Pass to Johnson. Now here's Gasol. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He has great touch and feel inside. All the qualities big men like Gasol need to be effective in the paint.
B, while recovering, count that one, and it's 13 points for B.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. A 14-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
And his impact wasn't just on offense. He played great D, blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game. This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
And they get it back. Levine can't hit.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
The 15-footer. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The shot's good from B.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3-ball here in the second quarter.
Toronto calls timeout. People have already predicted future MVPs. Is there a surprise name that you think could win that MVP award, Chris, down the road?
I think there are a few surprises. I mean, we can go young with young guys like a Trae Young or Luka Doncic. We can go with guys that we expect to do it, like Anthony Davis, who just seems like he's just biting at the bit. There's a few young Celtics. There's a few young Lakers that in a few years you never know what they could do, especially the ones that are playing with great guys and watching their practice habits, game habits, stealing their recipes or stealing what they eat before the game and their health-wise. So many guys right now that are going to be in that second tier coming up. It's going to be fun to watch their growth.
It will.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Lowry from outside. He can't hit that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. B, and he uses the glass on the layup. B's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Johnson finds Gasol. Johnson inside. White on him. Passes it to Gasol. And again, Toronto no up.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And the shot's good from B.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
That's tipped.
The coaching staff loves this. They know Markkanen has the length needed to swat a lot of shots away.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Lowry. Knocks down the step-back J. Lowry's got 21.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. B, while recovering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's B, and he's good on the 3-ball. B's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Bulls.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the...
And so it's Chicago in complete command. They're leading. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game. Toronto will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. OG Anunoby's checked in for Stanley Johnson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell. We've got Murray, Satoransk there with B. Then it's Wendell Carter, and it's Valentine in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Here's B. It's rebounded by Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 5 rebounds tonight. Satoransky grabs the miss. And so Satoransky will bring it up for Chicago. No good from B.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
Here's Anunoby. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, a solid start to his rookie year for Wendell Carter. And ultimately it was cut short as he had to have surgery on his thumb. And he showed why he was drafted so high. He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Lowry can't get it to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And for Carter, right after being shut down, Chris, he said he couldn't wait for summer to start so he could improve.
I mean, that's the way the NBA goes, and you have to want to better your game the way Carter does to make it in the NBA. He showed just how much he can impact the floor in his limited time, and this team is excited about what he can do.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
B, now recovering. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, it didn't take long, Chris, before the Bulls started viewing Wendell Carter as their center for the future.
Yeah, about halfway through the season, he was on a short list of won't-be-traded players for the Bulls. It's not easy to find a big man that fits into the team as well as Carter does with the Bulls.
Antonio Blakeney's checked in for Chicago. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup. Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Inside. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Misses the 3.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Kept alive. Here's Carter. Count that one. Carter's got 8 points.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. And Ibaka kicks to Lowry. Off target with his 3.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Out to Carter. There's the pass to B. Nails the wide open jump shot. B's got 29 in the game.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Here's Lowry. Plays it up and banks it in.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Pass to Blakeney. Carter with it. Covered by Van Vliet. Here's B. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Van Vliet looking around. Now here is Lowry. He's guarded closely. The shot off that time. And for the Bulls, they're shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. B, the pass to Carter. 24 seconds left to play in the third. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Van Vliet with the bucket. He's got 14.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader. Just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
Here's B. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of energy.
And so it's Chicago, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm. Changes for Chicago. Markkanen, he's checked in for Denzel Valentine. Satoransky comes in for Murray. And B subbed in for Chris Dunn. B, while recovering, they get the rebound. Markkanen, and the shot goes in.
I love the effort there. It's huge whenever Markkanen uses his body and height to grab offensive boards.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. No good from B.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
Lowry's shot is good. Lowry's got 42 in the game.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Chicago has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Blakeney. Now Satoransky. Passes to B. Powell with the steal. Kicks it to Lowry. Right wing. Gasol wide open. He fires. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
He's been a different player since halftime. Coming on strong now.
And Chicago shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Here's Felicio. To the paint. Here's B. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. 3 on the clock. Shoots it up. Bulls with the fresh shot clock.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
To the middle. Here's B. And he lays it straight in. B's got 12 points in just the second half.
Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
With the teardrop. And it's finished off by Payne as he lays it in.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
And the pass to Blakeney. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. To the right side. Here's B. A three-pointer, no good. Toronto's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. McCaw, the pass to Thomas. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, 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 get the money, but what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see, and if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. C-Webb, excellent. Here's B, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
That free throw, no good. Marc Gasol's checked in for the Raptors. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, Kevin, and last season, the Bulls making a deadline deal for Otto Porter. I mean, they were doing what they could to add to their youth core. They have quite a number of very young contributors.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching.
Barbecue, blue cheese.
Che, what up?
3? Yeah. What's up, Don?
Hey, man. Good to
How
see
you doing?
Yeah,
Good to see you too, man.
Good. Hey, look, I just booked you an interview on Hank and the Hornet.
Word?
Yeah.
Hey, Hank and the Hornet, man, that's dope. I love those guys.
Right? They're awesome.
Yeah.
Look, a couple of talking points I wanted to go over. Nothing big. Just, feel free to drop it into the conversation wherever it feels like natural.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
So, 3 things. First of all, you only wear Adidas. Obviously, that's your shoe. Second, mention the stripes. Logo, branding, Adidas equals stripes, right? Third, you could throw in something about looking up to James Harden or Damian Lillard. That would be great. They're our signature athletes. Sound good?
So I just drop that stuff in whenever I can?
As naturally as you can, whenever you can. Above all else, we just want you to be authentic, man. Just be yourself. You'll be great.
For sure. I'll see you later, Don.
All right.
Okay, we are now joined in studio by a very special guest.
The studio's buzzing here,
Exactly,
Hank.
it sure is. Yeah, you know him as the freshest face of your favorite basketball team, but around here we just call him Che. And Che, welcome into the show. It's great to have you here. Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so you are essentially brand new, and you're pretty new to the league. What is it that you think is your favorite part about going pro so far?
Honestly, it's playing in front of the fans. I've always been a big performance guy, so being in that arena with 20,000 people is wild, man, but I really love it. I really do.
Chef in the kitchen gonna cook.